Friday, May 9th, 1:24 p.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. Currencies, tariffs, US dollar and euro. Later this month, mid-month, I'll know even better. But right now, I'm starting to see some price action indicating the higher time frames, the euro, the US dollar index are making shift of change of trends. So we may start seeing more strength in the US dollar index. Some of the struggles currently relating to the US dollar are the current administration's policy and supporters of tariffs affect currencies, as well as currencies in Europe are affected by tariffs, trade partners, and the war that is occurring from Russia that Putin and his supporters started. Big impact on currencies. Most of this week, not every day, but most of this week, I've been day trading currencies, the euro. I'm a happy camper. Done day trading for the week, and it was all wins. I didn't trade every day. Some days, such as today, I only got one position on. Yesterday, I did 2 trades. Definitely good when you finish your week out green. So we're looking here on one of my monitors. This is 3 grids. On the left is the daily, 1 month daily. The top right is 5 minute, and the bottom right is 1 minute. This is the euro futures. So on the grid on the far left daily, it's a green candle. Lower high, lower low. We broke inside that midpoint of yesterday's red candle, midpoint as expected. And we also overnight tested this big zone. Yep, this is an imbalance area on the daily chart. It's the top of that red candle, bottom of that green candle. They never overlapped. That's an imbalance area. So one would expect, as it occurred, as I expected, you're likely to get some buyers stepping over here. That occurred right here, top right grid, the 5-minute chart, during the Asian session. So whoever bought during that time and already took gains on the upside, good job out of you. I certainly did. One of my thoughts too was midpoint of this candle right there. I have it on these grids on the far right labeled as red. I was expecting, again, and it worked out. Supply zone, Solo's up there. Zoom in on the 5-minute. Zoom in on the 1 minute. So blue vertical line here, 6 a.m., 6 a.m. down here. Zoom in some more. Yellow vertical line, 9:30 New York time, New York Stock Exchange open. Yep. Blue vertical line, and the orange was the Fed news expected. So zoom in here some more. Oops, right here. Zoom in some more here. Come before the New York session, this 15-minute here, these 3 candles before the New York session, we've already tested up here at midpoint of that big red candle, that daily. Yep. So I was thinking putting trades on there. I set on high ends. I didn't do it. And as we were getting closer to the 9:30, still didn't. Nope. Can you see? We had a run up, consolidation on the 1 minute here, and sell off, and going back up. So my thought was, okay, go back up, retest this high, pre-market high, because again, this yellow vertical line was the pre-market high. So I sat on hands. Yeah, there were trades in between. I just didn't feel comfortable taking those. And I didn't see what I believed was a good risk reward or target. So I didn't do it. Sat on my hands. Almost thought I was going to take no trade today. Stayed longer than usual. So this is the New York session, 9:30 a.m. to 9:45. The first 15 minutes, see a huge consolidation, not much occurred here. Then we had this high right here, this green bearish pin bar. Again, it was after the open right here. So interesting because this is divergency. Going to zoom in some more. Took out that pre-market high here, 5-minute chart in the top right. 5-minute chart, pre-market, we took it out up here. We had that sell-off here. So my thought was, okay, I'm going to start looking for that bearish setup to trade short. I also knew, again, be cautious at 10 o'clock. Be cautious at 11 o'clock, news coming in. There we go. 10 o'clock passed. Look how small these candles are getting. Smaller, 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 still running up. Blue vertical line. 10 o'clock passes. Again, 11:30 was the Federal Reserve making more statements. That was my concern. So we had to run up here. And 11 o'clock right here. This vertical line was 11 o'clock. Yeah, I missed a lot on the big, huge run up. Again, I was looking for retests at some of these key levels to go long. It didn't occur at the time I wanted. So then my next thought was seeing these up here. I'm thinking that's distribution. Yep, I want to see it break below the yellow candle, break below these inside candles right there. And look, we had a huge consolidation up here on the 1 minute. And we broke here. So I went short, traded bearish. See here on the 5 minute, it was an inside candle, broke. I got in early because my thought was, okay, glad I didn't take a short here. But as soon as we broke, see these lows, lower lows, lower lows, we broke them right here in this 1 minute. And I was anticipating and hoping we were going to break this low or else I might get close my trade. Didn't happen. It worked out better. Yep. So I got in here, got in early, went short. Consolidation looked like weakness here. And then we had the breakdown. Nice breakdown here. You see here in the 5 minute, nice breakdown inside this imbalance area. Yep. So this imbalance area, again, it was off the 5 minute one, but you can see here on the 1 minute. My target was inside here. Well, I liked the way it was going down. Lower highs, lower lows. So I worked on my target, moved it lower. So again, lower, lower, lower. Nice gains, gains, gains. Saw this consolidation here. I didn't like it. Yep, I was concerned. Getting close to the time frame. So after that green candle got done, I was like, okay, if we break above it for a moment, I should close, take my profits. And I did. Took my profits. On the higher time frame, longer time frame, bigger picture, not the higher time, bigger picture, I was still expecting this lower imbalance area to be tested. I was at the computer looking long time this morning for setups. Took a toll on the mindset, patience, discipline, fatigue on the eyes. Yeah, so again, I stayed in longer than most often for trades. Left a lot of money on the table. I'll show you momentarily. But again, I did good. 2 points. As expected. So again, I was using a small target, a good place right here, and it did it. And then it went lower to that lower one. Let me open this up to 5 minute. See here in the 5 minute, lower, lower. So again, I closed here, went lower, 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 consolidation, reverse. So into that 11:30 Federal Reserve talk, additional news. I didn't get out exactly on the bottom. I didn't lose and had some nice gains here. On the other monitor, I have this 4 grids, call it my radar. Top left 5 minute, top right 15 minute, bottom left 1 hour, and bottom right 4 hour. So again, top left 5 minute chart, these inside candles, those yellow ones, is where I went short on this second one. My first target was in here, this 5 minute imbalance, went there, and I closed my trade after that green candle formed. Sure, my stop was up here. If I left the trade on, I could have got out here, more than doubled my gains I would have had. Yeah. So again, if I was in the trade now, I would still have more gains because it's lower than my high. You see here, a lot of price action occurred here. So again, this helped me a lot on saying, hey, the reward was with it. Tight stop, consolidation, inside candles at the top, and a reversal. I caught the reversal early. And that huge dump there, as I expected, a big 5 minute candle, panic selling by another one. Nice. So am I disappointed? Absolutely. I wish I would have stayed in the trade longer and got out here. Yeah, I explained my reasons why I got out. On the 1 hour, or on the 15-minute, like I said here on the far right, this was the low of the Asian session overnight where buyers stepped in because I showed you on the daily what was occurring there. Look at that. Asian session, high. London session, high, high. They ran it up over in here. And then also on the 15-minute, I was expecting these to be retested. This big impulse move candle. It occurred later in the day, but it occurred. On the 1 hour, right here on the bottom left, again, overnight here, bottom bearish pin bar. And as I expected, see these gray zones? This one was more important, this top one here. I was expecting that we retested. Not necessarily, don't know when. May not have been today, but it did happen today. Bearish pin bar tagged it. Nice if I took a short up there. Yeah, nice. So I'm going to load it up here on the 5-minute. The same drawing, but I'm going to put the 1 hour now in the 5-minute. And that's where I got in. Again, up here, bottom left grid, the 1 hour right there. And here in the 5-minute, top left. That's where I got in short. So sweet spot. I got in at the sweet spot. Nice. Happy camper with that. And on the 4 hour, bottom right, huge impulse move down that red candle yesterday. Look at this. As expected, a retest into that midpoint. And that's what we did. We had the retest here, forming another bearish pin bar rejection. Stop hunt. So I would expect maybe midpoint in this tilt to get retested. It may not happen today, as well as going further down to these areas on the downside. Opportunities for trades both directions. Nice. Go to my matrix system now. Show you what's going on in the higher time frame. The monthly. Yeah, we're not in the middle of the month yet, but we're approaching it. So look at the current month right there. Inside candle, solid body. That's equivalent to our red candle. Lower high, lower low. Won't know till the month is done, but especially want to look at this mid-month. We still have not tested here yet, nor here. These zones, key levels. Interesting if that's going to be a reversal. The weekly chart, we're going to be done 5 p.m. New York time today. The past few weeks, we've reversed lower highs, lower lows. Again, we never tested that midpoint of that big wick yet. I mentioned that as a key level to look for. Nope, we went straight down to right here. This area, midpoint of that big weekly candle, impulse move up, and we touched it, and as expected, fires there. The trend is still down. So if we have a shift on the higher time frames, that's going to have me rotating out of my swing trades and bigger investments of currencies into other currencies. Yep. That be especially exclusively shown first to my Patreon members when I do that on the higher level, tier level 3, 2, different time frames. We haven't gotten there yet. Nope. On the daily chart again, like I mentioned right here. Interesting. Thank you as always. Spending a little time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.